Today, I'm going to be making marbled Nestle Toll House triple chip cookies. I am using the bag of Nestle Toll House triple chip mix. And this recipe is on the back of the bag. This was $4.99 at Kroger. It was in the baking aisle. And so what you need for this recipe, you need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup or 2 sticks of, it says unsalted butter at room temperature. I just happen to have unsalted butter, but if you want, you can use regular butter and then just don't use as much salt if you want to do it that way. It won't make a difference. You need 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, which I have here, and then this bag of chips. So the first thing they want you to do is they want you to take your dry ingredients, your powder and your salt, and they want you to combine it in a bowl, which just do it like this. And then in your mixer, we're going to mix together our butter, sugar, and vanilla. Now you want to add your eggs in one at a time. Scrape my bowl down, and now we're going to add our flour a little bit at a time until we've used it all and until it's mixed in. To divide this dough, I've already done I've weighed our scale, the mixture in our on our scale in the KitchenAid, and we need 471 grams in this bowl. I'm just using the same bowl that I had the flour in because there's no point in dirtying up another bowl. But once I get to 471, then we'll know that's an equal amount. 476, so good enough. So we want to leave that sitting to the side, and then we're going to take our cocoa powder, and I'm going to mix the cocoa powder into this mixture that I have in my KitchenAid bowl. That way we can mix it up easily because there's no sense of putting it into that bowl, because then I would have to do it by hand. So we're going to pour this in here and then mix it. So now what you want to do is you want to open up your bag and you want to divide it. You want to divide the morsels between your white mix and your chocolate mix. And we are going to mix the chips. We're going to leave it in the KitchenAid to mix those because this is a very, very thick, tough dough, and they didn't get you to add any more liquid to it, so it would be very difficult to stir on your own. So we're going to stir those in here, and then we'll stir these in this bowl. We'll do these by hand while we're mixing these. Let me just read you what the directions say. It says portion the blonde dough into half tablespoon size balls. Repeat with the cocoa dough. Create a marbled effect by rolling 1 blonde ball and 1 cocoa ball together. Repeat with the remaining dough. Place onto ungreased baking sheets. So I have one of those Reynolds parchment sheets here, and I actually have another pan set to the side to do another set of these. I have a small cookie scoop and I have a larger cookie scoop. I'm using the small cookie scoop.
And it's still probably bigger than what they're saying.
I'm sure it's bigger than what they want. I'm absolutely sure it is. cookie sheets with the blonde dough. I just rather call it white dough. But I have this much left. So for my last few cookies, honestly, I'll probably just wing it. I'll just wing it. But you can see inside this cookie scoop, I do have some white dough in there, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna stick it right into this chocolate, and I'm going to put a scoop next to this, next to the blonde, and then I think I'll go through each one and then combine them together. What do you think, Kev?
That's what I do.
Okay.
I think you're almost be better off with a spoon.
Well, this is giving me a good, I don't know, maybe I would.
It's just sticky.
It is very sticky. Maybe I'll be better off
just by hand.
Just by hand. Okay. Well, I can do that. I can do it by hand. So we're gonna end up putting them together like this, you think?
Yep.
So this is one sheet. I'm gonna do the exact same thing to another sheet, but let's see how long we need to bake these. It says bake for 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna go for 10 minutes, but then I'll let you know when we come back how long they took. So here are the completed cookies. I left these in for the full 11 minutes. At 9 minutes, they were not baking. It was the white part, really. The white part just is very, very slow to bake. But now when you pick these up, they look good on the bottom, but this is after 11 minutes. So could they have gone longer? Yeah, they probably could have gone longer, but I was kind of afraid to leave them longer. But you can pick them all up, and I mean, they're good and everything. Just they took the full 11 minutes. You're supposed to get 60 cookies. I got 31. 31 cookies, and you're supposed to get 60. So I got half of the amount of cookies you're supposed to get, but that's, so, I mean, to me, that's a normal size cookie. That's a normal.
Tiny would that been?
Yeah, that is a normal cookie. I can't even, like, the size of a $50 or something. It would be ridiculous. So anyway, we're gonna take these over to the table and give them a try. The calories for the cookie, they don't have the calories for the cookies. The calories are for the bag of morsels. So if you eat 1 tablespoon of just the morsels, it's gonna be 70 calories for 1 tablespoon. So we have no idea with 2 sticks of butter and cocoa and sugar and all that stuff. And I made mine twice as big. So we don't know how many calories is in these, but we're just gonna enjoy them. It says Premier White, Semi-Sweet, and Dark Morsels. So you get all 3. But you don't get the milk. So I wonder if they do a version with all 4, if they do milk too.
I ate both at once. That is a good buttery cookie. I mean, you really taste the butter in there. And the sugar.
You should. I like the chocolate part. It's really good.
I saved it.
I love the texture. I'm gonna try just the white part again.
They're good separate. They're good together. They're good. I like them. The cocoa, the chocolate part's not quite as sweet, but it's still pretty good.
If I had to pick a side, I would pick the dark side.
Oh, would you? I'd pick the vanilla
I would
side.
go for the dark side. I think they have more personality. I really do like that chocolate, that cocoa flavor. But I like them both. I haven't actually, I don't know that I've had it together. That is nice.
It's good.
Now, do you think I made them like I was supposed to? Because they're called marbled. And when you hear the word marbled...
What does the picture look like?
I don't know.
That's pretty close.
No,
I mean, they're kind of folding them around.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did wrong. I was supposed to fold them, but they didn't say to fold them. The way they described it
press them together.
is you make a ball and you make another ball and you put the balls together.
Yeah, literally.
You know, and that's what I did. But by them calling them marbled, I do feel like maybe I should have put them together and twisted. Maybe that would have worked. If you want a more marbled effect, you could work at that. But for me, when I buy a bag of these cookies, I want something quick. You know, and normally these bags are pretty quick. You know, you just throw the stuff together and put them out on the cookie sheet, and they are quick. This was a little bit more time consuming, so honestly, yes, you could fiddle with it in order to get that marbled effect, but I don't care. I kind of like this. This
split
kind of looks like a black and white cookie. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
I like it because you can split it and you can get chocolate and then the vanilla.
Yeah, but I do think they're good. This, like I said, was $5, which is a little bit high, I think, but we got it at Kroger, especially when you have to add all that other stuff to it. And it's only a 9-ounce bag, but they do make a good cookie.
Yep, I like them.
So if you've made these, you'll have to let us know if you liked them. Would you buy them again? Because I would totally buy them again if I needed to make some cookies.
Yeah, or just make your own cookie recipe and just use the mix.
Yes, and yes, you could absolutely use this mix to put in whatever you want. Now,
cake, whatever.
I did not get the distinct
I didn't either.
flavors because it's all mixed in, and each bite is going to be different. You know, you're getting different chips. But as a whole, they're all just a very nice cookie.
Yeah, I like them.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.